Hi everyone. So TGIF, yay! Today has actually been so far so good. We have gotten through math with introduction to math. We've gotten through time. So Kelly now knows how to tell time to the nearest hour and nearest half hour. And we did some addition review. He was doing addition at St. Matthew, and he's done addition in kindergarten, so he's a little bored of that. But I only make him do math for an hour, so we still have a little bit more addition review next week. We worked on symphonics. We learned the TH sound and the CH sound as digraphs. And Kellen took another spelling test, so he has passed Unit 2 of the spelling out of 18 units. We're going to hold off on Unit 3 because we haven't covered the CK sound yet. That'll be coming up. So I'm going to hold off on that spelling test to give him a little more time to learn those sounds so that he can spell the words. Right now we are at the park for recess, and he is just generally playing around right now. He's messing with a tree, getting sticks from the tree. He likes sticks. He collects them. So we have a whole big collection outside of our house. What else did we do this morning? We did vocabulary. So we learned about homophones. And he recognized the homophones from some games. He's been playing on Noodleverse, which is the language arts game system that K-12 has. And so he plays that in the mornings before I'm ready to start teaching him. And so he kind of had a leg up on that lesson, which was good. He recognizes patterns really easily, so once you kind of show him a pattern, he can get it pretty quickly. So this afternoon we're going to do some more reading and some history, and then it'll be the weekend, and Daddy's in charge of tech on the weekends, and so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. And what else? I don't know. I'm just glad it's Friday. I have to get my schedule in line with Kellen's schedule so that I can get the stuff I need to get done completed that I used to do while he was at school. So I don't know. I haven't found that balance yet, which is kind of frustrating, but I'm going to try to get caught up in some stuff tonight and get like a set schedule for me in place now that I kind of know his scheduling and how it works. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll all work out. Just got to work out all the kinks and still meet my deadlines and still make sure that I'm providing him with enough stimulation. And what was great about today, we had done social studies earlier in the week and we learned about President's Day, and today he made the connection that Lake Washington is named after George Washington, so that's one way we honor George Washington, which one of the questions was, what are some ways that we honor the presidents George Washington and Abraham Lincoln? So yeah, I'm glad that he's remembering what he's learning and he's grasping it. And today he had some words that he needed to spell that he wasn't quite sure about, but he soldiered on and he got through them and he actually spelled them right. So I don't know. I just want to build his confidence that he can do stuff. He continues to look at me for validation before he does something. He's afraid to make a mistake, and I want him to know that it's okay to make mistakes. And actually, his kindergarten teacher always had a thing that said something like, mistakes are a sign that you're learning. So I just want him to know that there's no right or wrong. And he seems to get a little stressed if he thinks he's taking a test. So I tell him, it's just an assessment to know what he knows, and then that way we know what we need to learn. He seems to calm down a little bit more about that. So we're gonna see how this is going. But so far, week 1 I would deem it a success. So I'm just gonna have to see how it goes and see what week 2 brings us and how much review we can get done so we can start getting into the stuff he doesn't know and actually learning some new stuff for him. So The good thing is literature and reading. He reads really well, but he's learning about different aspects of reading. So he's getting more comprehension about reading, which is good. So I think it's a good review for him, and he seems to enjoy some of the stories and stuff like that. So I don't think he's a huge fan of poetry, but neither am I. So I prefer what Kellen calls chapter books. So, books with words and stories and stuff. And poetry's okay, but I prefer novels. So I think Kellen's going to go in that path. So that's our week 1. Talk to y'all later.